comics are stupid.
No Harry Potter movie is
And
good.
you're like, give me the Snyder Cut. Oh, sorry, just walk in front of you here. Gonna put my popcorn down. Oh, sorry, gotta put this here.
Universal needs to sue Sony.
Hey, I'm an idiot. I was fired from Fox. Let me go.
I'd like actually to see Venom just crush Spider-Man.
And oh, there we go. Okay, hello everyone. We're back today. We're for another episode of this podcast. See, I don't know how to open these things now. I'm one of your co-hosts, Khalil, and you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd at Khalil_Deadpool. And I'm joined as usual by my other co-host.
I'm Milan. I still don't have an Instagram for that yet. You can find us on Comic Boys on any social media. That's where we're gonna be.
Yes, and you do technically have Letterboxd, you just don't use it.
Yeah.
So
I
should use it, but you gotta use it. But yeah, that's the introduction part, right? Let's just get right into the stuff.
All right.
Normally now there would probably be like either just now or after I finish saying this, there will be like this little trivia intro because we're gonna do some trivia.
The right answer!
You lose when I tell you to lose.
Here it is. We're going to take a test.
I'm put on the hot seat today, so I'm gonna fail miserably.
I got some questions for him today. So last time he was the one that gave me the questions, and this time I got him targeted with the questions.
This isn't gonna end well. Okay, let's get rolling.
All right, ready?
Yep. No, but okay.
First question. How old was Willem Dafoe when he filmed his classic movie Mississippi Burning? I'll give you a couple options.
Oh, thank God.
A, 32 years old. B, 28. C,
No.
33. Or D, 37.
Oh, damn. Okay. I would have thought younger than any of the options you gave me, but I'm going to go with 20. I think it's 20. B, 28?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right, well, you want the results?
Yes.
You were wrong.
Oh, damn it. I mean, I had no clue, so.
He
What
was
was it?
33.
He was 33?
33.
How old is he now?
He's 66.
What?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. That one I had no clue going into it. So the fact that I didn't get it right. So yeah.
All right. Next. Is Matt Damon's Stillwater loosely based on a true story? Yes or no?
Yes.
You got that right.
See, look at that. I could just assume the movie's based on a true story, and there it is.
Wait, how did you know that so quickly?
Oh, I just assumed.
Oh, okay.
It was literally a blind guess because it felt like something that would be based on a true story.
Oh, okay. Wait, where's the other one? I have another one here.
As soon as I said yes, though, I was like, I suddenly had a realization. Wait, what if I'm wrong? But it's okay. That's good.
Where is it? Okay, this is a bit more of a documentary question regarding a documentary.
Oof. Okay, let's see.
Who is the narrator in the famous 2016 documentary titled "I Am Not Your Negro"? Was it A,
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Samuel L. Jackson, C,
Okay.
Viola Davis, or D, Ray Charles?
See, okay, so first of all, if it wasn't Sam Jackson, I want him to narrate a documentary. Okay, that's A. But technically B. A makes the most sense. I don't think it was Viola Davis. I'm not confident on that, but I don't think so. I think it's either, I'm gonna go with A, but it might be B or C or D.
All right, what's your answer?
A, B, C, D. A.
A, you gonna go with Denzel? Are you ready for the answer?
No.
Well, it's your lucky day. I'm sorry, but you were wrong.
What? It was your lucky day, but you're wrong.
I don't know. I tried doing some wordplay there.
Yeah, I know.
It was Samuel L. Jackson, actually.
Well, now I'm gonna watch this because I wanted to watch a documentary narrated. Okay, I said that it really should be Sam Jackson.
Well, yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't get myself half the points here.
Yeah, he was a narrator in that one. And
I believe Sam Jackson would be a good documentary narrator. Therefore, I deserve half the points. So it's gonna.
that voice of a narrator.
I want him to do more documentaries now.
He got that voice of a narrator.
Well, a fun narrator, not like a boring narrator.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah. I'm gonna give myself half the points for that. Is that your last question?
I swear I had another one. I'm trying to look for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself half the points for that one. So I've gotten one right, half the points. So yeah, too bad I didn't get a time bonus for that second one.
Exactly.
For just instant answer. All those yes or no. But yeah, Sam Jackson is cool.
Yeah, he's
I
got
don't
the
know.
narrator, like I said. But
Yeah.
you watch Hitman's Bodyguard too, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that was so funny.
it was great. Did we not talk about it last week? I thought we talked about it last.
I think we did, but we were just like, oh, we gotta go watch this. Oh, we gotta see this. This is fun or something along those lines. All right.
I've just been watching these NBA trade things come out.
Yeah, I'm like refreshing Woj's Twitter all the time.
I have it open right next.
Final question.
Oh,
Who portrayed Abraham Lincoln in the film Lincoln?
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. Is it?
That-
No.
Oh, damn it. That's my answer. Okay, give me the options.
Tommy Lee Jones.
No.
B. Leonardo DiCaprio.
No.
C. Jack Nicholson.
No.
Or D. Daniel Day-Lewis.
No. Okay, I gotta choose one of those, right? Okay. There's no way it was Jack Nicholson. I'm willing to say that with 100% confidence. No way it's Jack Nicholson. No, I know it's not Jack Nicholson. I know it's not. No, don't.
Say the
Because
word.
they can't see this. They don't know that you're giving that nonchalant shrug.
I
Like,
cannot
no.
confirm nor deny.
I'm gonna deny. Okay. Tommy Lee Jones. That's a legitimate possibility. Probably the most likely option. So you're nodding your head. I don't know if that's a yes or if it's a. I'm not gonna confirm or deny nod.
That was the first option I gave you.
Who was the third person or a second?
Second person was Leo.
Yeah, no, he doesn't fit that character. And the fourth person
Daniel
is Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm going with Tommy Lee Jones. Hey, if it's
You're
Jack Nicholson, I swear to God.
It's Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, okay. I mean, that was my second option, so, I was almost. I was stuck between those two, but I knew it wasn't the middle two because I know Jack Nicholson's the Joker and Leonardo DiCaprio does other things.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, that's that.
There you go, and that's the trivia.
Awesome.
I was thinking of yes. News. I think we promised we're gonna do some sort of ranking thing today. I don't know if you're actually ready for that, but
which movies was it we were gonna rank?
And we could do the MCU rankings.
I think I actually have my MCU movies ranked on Letterboxd. I don't necessarily remember. I just gotta double check that.
I mean, I can see my followers' letterbox list.
The homie doesn't remember. And more news to talk about. We're gonna discuss what we watched during the time we were away. All that good.
It's only been a week. We've been doing this pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
We've been consistent. We've been increasing the consistency here.
Yeah, it's this is the thing though, right? You gotta stay consistent, and we're doing it.
Yee.
Although actually, in a few weeks we won't be consistent.
But yeah.
So.
I'm going away as well, so unfortunately we won't.
Maybe we'll have to find a way to make it work. I mean, I don't know. I don't think placeholders. We'll just have it'll just be we're experiencing technical difficulties for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. That's what I'll do. Okay, where's box? List.
Oh, by the way, yesterday I'm gonna talk about it as well. Yesterday I watched one of the best movies of all time. I'll talk about it.
Can I guess what it was?
I'll talk about it when we what's it called? When we do the what we watched.
Right. A segment which I think I just kind of ignored yesterday.
All right. The thing about it is, it hasn't even been, it's been only now 4 hours, and it's already been so crazy, the free agency.
Yeah. You just got the Norm Powell thing too?
What happened?
He signed a 5-year deal with 5-year $90 million with the Blazers, yeah.
Blake Griffin's staying in Brooklyn. Oh. Devontae Graham's going to New Orleans.
Yes. Now, there was something. I was literally. Oh yes, the list.
I'm trying to re-log into my
You don't have a list. I just checked your Letterboxd.
Damn it.
You have Keanu best movies of 2019, best films of the decade, every Tom Cruise film ranked, every Mission Impossible ranked, all 24 James Bond films ranked, every Keanu Reeves movie ranked.
Oh my god.
Keanu Reeves has 57 movies somehow.
Yeah, there's some smaller projects he did, not big ones, quick or anything.
And Tom Cruise has 41 movies.
Yeah. Old. Oh, here it is. All right. Yeah, that's old. That's it right here. All right. Did you want to do the rankings?
Actually, I'm just being controversial here and say we'll do the rankings, but not right now. We're gonna talk a topic for real topic, and then we'll do the rankings. So this is what happens when we have no structure. Okay, so we will do rankings. I'm sure you can see on the screen, like if you're watching this or if in the podcast, the description, you'll see the actual order of how the things are going, because I make that after we talk, like after we do the podcast, so I can know what we actually talked about. But yes, so the first thing we're actually going to talk about before that, because I want to get your opinion on this. I actually tried to make another video on this, like a follow-up video, because I made one initially, but then I gave up halfway through. So, here I can't really give up on just talking about this. The Scarlett Johansson lawsuit. We're going to talk about this.
What's the deal about that?
Yes. I'm going to explain this to you and everybody else, and I'm going to try to not confuse the heck out of everybody. So you tell me if I'm getting confusing, okay?
Yeah.
Because I tend to ramble when I talk about it. Essentially, you know how Black Widow was released on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Now, it was not supposed to be released on Disney Plus initially. It was supposed to be released only in theaters before the pandemic, whatever, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. And then they released on Disney Plus. And so when an actress or actor signs a contract with the movie studio, specifically in this case Scarlett Johansson, you get a percentage of the box office returns as a cut, right, of your pay, right?
Yeah.
So for example, you say, I'll take X amount of money for the movie, but then I want 5% of whatever you make from the box office, right? Now, because Black Widow was released on, and in the contract it says wide theatrical release, which had implied typically the 90 or whatever days in theaters exclusively, right? Which means you make a lot of money, which means the actors make a lot of money and the talent makes a lot of money. But what happened was Disney then decided to move Black Widow to Disney Plus on the same day it released in theaters to try to allow for people to, to watch it if they didn't want to go to a theater or they couldn't go to a theater, right? Like initially our theaters weren't open when Black Widow released. And so what happened was obviously it made less money in theaters. Also the piracy for that movie increased dramatically because of the availability of it because it was on Disney Plus. So the piracy for the movie and the Disney Plus sales both massively increased, which means the theatrical box office decreased, which is why it had that like 70% drop coming into week 2, right?
Yeah.
So Scarlett Johansson then said, after asking Marvel multiple times, can you renegotiate this contract with me, or Disney just because if they renegotiated, they could say, for example, you get 5% of the box office revenue, let's say, and 2% of the Disney Plus revenue, which means you're then making money off all the applicable sources, right? And you're not losing money, right?
Right.
So that was the thing that Marvel could have done, and I'm sure they could have come to a fairly, simple agreement. Okay, you get this much of the premium access dollars for this movie and the theatrical thing, at 5% of the theatrical, right? So you're still making money off every source of the movie, right? But what happened was Marvel didn't do that. Instead, what they did, or Disney didn't do that, sorry. And I'll explain why I'm making the distinction between Marvel and Disney in a second. But Disney didn't do that, and what Disney did was they pushed it onto Disney Plus, sorry, and then they released it, obviously, and so the box office went down. So Scarlett Johansson never got that contract renegotiated despite how many times she asked, and they were making money off of it, and the theatrical release didn't make a lot of money, after the first week, so she didn't make a lot of money. So then she decided to sue them, right?
Yeah.
In hopes to kind of pressure them, initially in hopes to pressure them to kind of renegotiate that contract, which she deserves, right?
Yeah.
Because she lost like $50 million or something, she said, on this because of the lack of box office returns, right? Which is bad. So then what happened was she filed this lawsuit like a week ago, and then Disney released a statement. Now, it wasn't a statement of diplomacy. It was a statement of aggression. And essentially where they said, Scarlett Johansson is not being sensitive to the pandemic because we had to release this on Disney Plus, essentially. And by her doing this, she's being insensitive to the pandemic. When in reality, obviously, they had the option to renegotiate the contract, but they didn't, right?
Yeah.
And so what happened was, so that was another thing, which kind of like another domino, I guess, in this, right?
Right.
So that kind of then enraged some people. And then what happened was actually Emma Stone, who of course was in Cruella, and Emily Blunt, who's in Jungle Cruise, which just released on Disney Plus, are both now considering filing lawsuits as well because they also had not had their contracts renegotiated. Now, what's the common theme between all three of these stars? They're all women, right? And then when Dwayne Johnson came out a few days ago saying, or I don't know if it was a report or if he actually came out saying this, but essentially saying he was not filing, he was fine with the way things are, and he was not filing any sort of legal action. It made people kind of question, why is the male star okay, but the three female stars aren't? Did they renegotiate a contract with him and not with them? And there people are trying to understand what's happening here, because that's a very interesting, like, you know, obviously the gender dynamics are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a board for like for women in Hollywood or whatever released a statement essentially saying that Disney was being misogynistic in the way that they were dealing with this and the way they kind of attacked her in their statement, you know, against the lawsuit. And so I actually read the lawsuit documents or the court filings, right, by Scarlett Johansson's counsel, right? And essentially what they did was they actually made it very clear that they were kind of putting this a lot more on Disney and Bob Chapek himself, not Marvel. And then the reports kind of came out that Kevin Feige, you know, Marvel man, you know, we know all who know who Kevin Feige is. I'm not going to explain who he is. So Kevin Feige then apparently reports came out saying he was against this, and he was actually embarrassed and angry about how Disney had treated Scarlett Johansson and was against this Disney Plus release to begin with, right? And so that's another kind of thing. And obviously Bob Chapek, who has since he took over the company at the beginning of the pandemic, I think in like March or so, he took over Disney from Bob Iger. There had been a lot of issues, right? There was the whole two big ESPN controversies, which obviously ESPN owned by Disney. They had a few other little things, and now they had this. Now they're having this, right? And these are very big things when you think about it, right? You know, you're alienating 3 stars, maybe even more, coming to work with you, right? Scarlett Johansson has been one of the most loyal people, like talent in Disney when it comes to, you know, sticking through in Marvel, even during the days when she was being completely disrespected in her role and her pay, and during those early Marvel days with Perlmutter, she stuck around and all the way to this point. And so the fact that they're kind of sending her off like this is kind of, you know, it's wrong. And the other thing was, the other report that came out today essentially was that Bob Iger, the former CEO of Disney, is actually extremely concerned and actually a little bit angry about how this has actually kind of gone, right? About this whole situation.
Yeah.
And so I think, you know, that's kind of like basically the situation in a nutshell, right? And they do in the statement, in the filings, make a very clear point that this isn't Marvel's fault. It isn't Kevin Feige's fault. He was actually advocating on behalf of them, but instead it is the fault of Disney, right? Which is why I was making that distinction of Marvel versus Disney, because Marvel itself didn't want to do this. Kevin Feige himself didn't want to do this, but Bob Chapek did. And I do believe firings are coming soon. Specifically, I think Chapek's job is on the line right now because of how this is being handled. Because if you've got Kevin Feige angry at you and you've got Bob Iger and then you got all this stuff, I think there will be questions asked about why they didn't renegotiate the contracts. And I think after they deal with these lawsuits, I think his job will be potentially on the line, which is because I don't think they're ready to return to this, I guess, pre-Iger era of like mediocrity and not being above the competition, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that's a pretty clear explanation. I don't know if that was concise, but I think it was clear.
That was good.
So yeah, what do you think? Situation
complex, no doubt about it, but it happens, I guess. As you mentioned, it happened on 3 separate occasions. But just give what the actor wants, you know. If Scarlett Johansson wanted it one way, just give it to her. If any actor wants in one way, just give it to him. It doesn't matter who it is.
And it's not like it's unfair. Like they're
Yeah.
asking to be compensated equally. Like it's not like they want to, because they do take, actors do take pay cuts initially and then get where, because what you're doing is you're essentially saying, look, it's a good insurance policy, because like if the movie doesn't do well, then the actor also loses out, right?
Mhm.
So they do take a pay cut on the top, I guess, because of these back end deals. There's even the DVD deals, which also exist in contracts, which allows you, again, to not pay them as much initially, so that they have to really try to promote and get people to watch this movie so that they can make their money right on the other end. And I think like the other thing actually, which I think kind of adds more to this, is Warner Bros. Actually got in trouble, and I think we actually talked about this on this podcast. How Warner Bros. Actually got in trouble with Christopher Nolan, Villeneuve, all these guys, Legendary Entertainment. They already got in trouble for their day and date release, right? And Disney then, the reports came out Disney was renegotiating contracts because of what happened there, but apparently they didn't, which is very concerning as well. As why didn't you just look at what Warner Bros. Did when they screwed themselves up and just fix it? Like, it's not like, oh, it's a surprise. Like, they literally shot themselves in the foot so Disney wouldn't have to, and Disney decided, you know what, I'm just gonna shoot myself right in the head. Like, it makes
no sense.
I mean, Disney's gonna have to find. I mean, Disney will throw money at the problem. I think the initial implication of these lawsuits are minimal. You know, Chapek will be pressured to do something, even maybe sit down with the talent and kind of talk to them. But I think he's ill-suited for the job from the beginning. I think the fact that he was such a surprise because he came from kind of the parks, because his before he came into the CEO role, his two things were, he worked way back when on the DVD entertainment, the DVD kind of, you know, consumer, direct to consumer, I guess, DVD entertainment, and he worked with the parks. He never really worked with high leverage talent like this, right? Like in the parks, he worked with the park actors who at the end of the day aren't like, you know, high level talent. They're just people, right? Like, it's a lot easier to not renegotiate contracts with them and kind of get rid of them than it is the Scarlett Johanssons or the Emily Blunts of the world, right? So I think that's the biggest thing. He's kind of, it's a learning curve in a sense, but doing, like, again, Warner Bros. Shot themselves in the foot for Disney, and Disney decided, you know what, I'm just gonna shoot myself in the head anyways. I don't care if you shot yourself in the foot from me. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a really complicated thing. There's no easy way out of this, honestly.
So I have a question for you.
Yo.
If you were the CEO of Disney right now, okay, and you were in this mess, and you know that a lot of you know, I think Clifford was pushed back. I think there's some rumors that Sony will be pushing Venom 2 back. I don't know if you saw the trailer for that.
That's so dumb. That's
well,
dumb.
because of the Delta variant and how it's making people more worried about going to theaters because, you know, it's so unknown, and their fourth wave in the US and all that stuff. So I think so if you were in this situation and you see Shang-Chi's coming up in, like, on Labor Day weekend, early September, right?
Yeah.
What would you do with that? Would you just straight out, like right now their plan is straight out in theaters, no premiere access? Would you do that? Would you do premiere access? Would you renegotiate contracts and try to find a way to still release it?
Still find a way to release it, because the movie theaters where it's big money.
So you would try to renegotiate contracts?
If I'm a movie director or something like that, I'm releasing my movie in the movie theater no matter what happens.
Well, I'm saying for the CEO of Disney, not the movie director.
Yeah, renegotiate contracts, at least find some way to release it in the movie theater.
So on Disney Plus and movie theater at the same time, or yeah?
First movie theater, and then 1 month after the initial release in theater, throw that onto Disney Plus.
So you would do the kind of, I guess, the hybrid model of, like, a shorter time, not the 90 days that are normal, but a shorter frame, like 4 weeks or whatever, and then onto Disney Plus, 30 days or so, and then on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Would you do it Disney Plus theaters for whatever, a month, and then premiere access for like 2 months or so, and then back, and then open to everyone?
Yeah.
So you do a kind of 3-tier to the point where everyone can watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah. That final tier is accessible to absolutely everyone.
I mean, legitimately, I think that's a very I legitimately fully agree with that because, I mean, if you think about it, right, like the pirating situation, a lot of it had to do with obviously Premier Access literally giving you a 4K HD copy of the movie for any pirate to upload to a site and then everyone to watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think by the first 4 weeks, a lot of people will try to go watch it those first 4 weeks in theaters. So you get that theater money. You still have to renegotiate contracts for to reduce the window. But then at Premier Access, you give people cut of whatever, and then Disney Plus regular. I do legitimately think that works. I think that's a good strategy for Disney, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any issues with it, but
We just got Ken Bazemore.
oh damn,
It's a good pickup.
it's a very good pickup.
Solid 3-and-D player.
And trust me, you need 3.
Yeah, just as soon as we need 3-point shooting and solid defenders, although we have Ariza and others.
You also have Dwight Howard, so I don't know how much 3 that's giving you.
That's more of a paint protector. Talking about
They better start AD at center though.
yeah, good pickup, great pickup actually. I like that.
And Reggie gone to the Mavericks. Would have liked him on.
Veterans. We need veterans. I don't care how old we are. We just need veterans on this team.
What the young guys with Dennis Schroeder and Montrezl Harrell and all those guys didn't work out for you?
Not at all. I mean, didn't you see? We got bounced down around.
I thought the young blood would really invigorate the organization. I thought that was the plan.
We're a veteran team. LeBron works with veterans because he's a veteran.
Will you tell me that experienced players are better than people who have no experience? God, you're full of these little
Oh, stop with that sarcasm, boy.
I'm just saying. We offered you Kyle Lowry at the deadline for THT.
It doesn't matter. He's going to Miami.
Yeah. They can play Jimmy Butler, and they're going to go win a championship.
Hey, the East is looking kind of tough. Brooklyn, Milwaukee.
Once DeMar goes to Miami, then it's over. Then the Miami's going to win the championship. That's a super team.
DeMar's going to Dallas.
No. It'll be Kyle, DeMar, Jimmy, Bam, and
the Hawks. We're better.
And Duncan overpaid Robinson, and they will win a championship because that's a super team.
Nah, bro. Don't forget about the Hawks. We got Sharif Cooper and Jalen Johnson.
You got Solomon Hill back too.
Ugh.
First, let's see if you keep Collins, because if you don't keep Collins,
yeah. We need John Collins.
If you don't keep Collins, it's over, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, we can put at the 4. We can put
No, you need Collins. You're not a good team without Collins.
We can put in Okongwu or throw Hunter at the 4 and Reddish at the 3.
You need Collins.
Yeah, so Travis Schlenk, get to work, bro. We need John Collins. Him and Trae Young are still.
I thought he would have been the first one. I thought they would just offered him his max and called it a day.
Yeah.
But I guess not. Maybe they're waiting to see what they have to match.
And yeah, the East is going to be much better next year because
Raptors will be back.
The Raptors, the Knicks, the Hawks. Who else?
The Knicks.
Celtics.
I love how you just get off topic like this.
Oh yeah, Celtics are going to be pretty solid.
And ESPN will cover it all, which is owned by Disney. See, look at that. Segues in and out. It's crazy.
I didn't know that.
ESPN is owned by Disney.
I never knew that. What the heck?
Didn't we just talk about? I swear I thought we just said Bob Chapek's in trouble because ESPN's had their controversy and they're owned by Disney.
Yeah.
Didn't we just literally have this conversation? So Disney is in trouble, and every day it gets worse for them.
Mm-hmm. But
somehow their stock price just continues to rise. Oh no, it fell again. But
yeah,
that's a thing. So yeah, they're in a bit of a mess.
A bit of a legal mess.
Yeah. The court documents are really interesting. I would highly advise everyone to read them. They're very fun. I know I say that, and no one's going to read them because they appeal to a very small group of people, myself being one of the only people who will actually find it interesting. But you know what I mean. I basically summarize them for you, so you don't have to read them now. See? Look at that. Now you're smarter, just knowing that I just summarized court documents to you in 19 pages of court documents in 10 minutes.
Your IQ has just been boosted. So go to your local IQ testing site and watch your IQ score is actually going to increase.
This is not sponsored by any IQ testing site, but yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. We sponsor ourselves, if that made any sense. I think that made no sense. I'm pretty sure that made no sense. Yes, and there's other news. Did you watch the Venom 2 trailer today?
Yeah, for sure.
See,
awesome.
I was gonna tell you before we record to watch the trailers, then you'll watch them.
I keep forgetting Andy Serkis is directing this movie, and then I'm like, oh, Andy Serkis is directing this, so this is gonna be a really good.
Gollum is directing a movie.
That's how you know it's gonna be a damn good movie.
So what did you think about this trailer, honestly?
It was. I mean, all I have to say is thank you for giving us more footage of Carnage.
Yeah. Look, this is the thing. It's funny. It looks like it's gonna just be funny.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so dumb. It's not gonna be like intellectually stimulating, but it's gonna be fun.
That's Venom. The same one was a little bit like that, but this second one's gonna be more.
Except the only difference is the first one was a pain to watch because as soon as you got to the third act, it was a completely I don't even know what I like. Okay, this is the thing. There's two movies which I'll watch, but then I'll have to stop at the third act: Suicide Squad and Venom. Both those movies I'll rewatch, but as soon as I get to the third act, I stop. I turn it off because those movies are so good, and then the CGI, and then no.
Everything just gets messed up.
Like Venom was so good, and then whatever the hell that third act fight scene was happened, and that was about it.
Makes sense.
And now, what about this? Okay, do you think Carnage should be brighter red?
I think the red he is now is pretty solid. It's like it's okay, you know.
You know, is it an upgrade from the basically the ugly color of gray that was the last movie villain? I don't even know who it was. Was it Scream?
No, it was Riot.
Or Riot? There you go. See, all these shrieks in this one, right? Yeah.
But
Scream
no, I think the color of Carnage right now is just fine.
I mean, I personally like the cartoony kind of color, I guess, where it's like blood red.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like that would work because the contrast. This is the thing. It's contrast, right? When you got Venom who's black, like the Venom symbiote is black colored, then you've got then you got Carnage. You kind of like if you're gonna do fight scenes where there's just a bunch of goop flying together, you need to know which goop is which, right? Because in Venom 1, you could not tell who was who. You didn't know which goop was which associated with which Venom, right?
Well, here's
they're
the
basically
thing.
the same color.
They're still working on the movie right now. They're probably still editing, and you never know. They could be as we speak right now. They're probably like working on Carnage's
It's just
mocap or his special effects as to what gives Carnage his physical appearance. And they're probably making the red brighter right now. You never know. So when the final project comes out, whenever it does, the Carnage can be completely different. It can be brighter red than we see in the trailers.
It is true. I mean, we also know the other thing we know is that it's also the weird lighting we see him in, right?
Yeah.
We've seen him in these. We've never seen him. I don't know how much of the movie can take place during the day outside because that's very expensive to do CGI. But we've never actually seen him in good lighting. Like the one time I remember is that yellow light when he first escapes.
Mm-hmm.
Although I know this is kind of a sidetrack, but the one thing I gotta say is that transformation, that Carnage transformation, is so beautiful.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That I literally watched that on repeat like 5 times. Just that transformation, it's so good.
It
it's
was
so clean. That I love that so much. I think the saturation of Carnage needs to be higher, but that transition, so oh my god, it's so good. It gives me chills just thinking about how good that is.
It's so smooth.
And it's different, right? It's not like other thing about Riot and Venom 1 was he transformed the same way Venom did. So it's hard to know, right? In a sense, you know what it reminds me of, kind of? Like the idea of the different transitions, right? It's kind of like, do you remember those Lego superhero games? And like they would have these animations for these characters, right? Like when you're going from like I remember one of the Lego games had when you're going from like Spider-Man to Peter Parker, like they have a transition, but then we're going from a different character like Iron Man to Tony Stark, they have a different transition, right?
Yeah.
Like it kind of differentiates characters a little bit when you have these different transitions, right? Mm-hmm. Or like Miles and Spider-Man would have 2 different transitions, so you would know kind of who was who, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what it is, right? Mm-hmm. It helps kind of give the character, because as it is, having 2 globs of goop is very hard to kind of give them character, right?
It's hard to differentiate between the 2.
Well, it's hard to give them really these different personalities, right?
Yeah.
A lot of it relies on the people they inhabit, I guess would be the best word. to give them the personality. But when you do transitions that are different, it kind of gives them another element, I guess, to the character. I don't know. Maybe I'm just turning like a transition into like this deep philosophical thought. I don't know.
Deep philosophical thought about the accuracy of color of fictional characters and scientific creatures in Marvel movies.
All I know is it would be a funny movie, a bunch of globs of glue.
That should be a cool movie. They offer so many specific courses there.
Yeah, they do. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if anything else happened. See, this is the beauty of multiple devices. You can like, because I think I just saw something pop up. Oh, Dwayne Dedman is going back to the Heat. Okay, I don't care. Yeah, I think.
He's old. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's like 33, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He's like discount Drummond. So, although isn't Drummond discount Drummond?
Drummond is discount Dwayne Dedman, actually.
Yeah.
Let's be real now.
I was waiting to see a reaction when they decide to re-sign Drummond.
I don't want him back.
No one does. No one wants him. Period.
Yeah.
He ruined Stanley Johnson, and the Raptors fixed him. As in, we made him a quality role player to get 2 minutes a game. Yeah. Hey, better than what the Pistons did. The Pistons ruined.
Poverty franchise. I mean, they got some pretty good.
No, now they're good. Now they're signing like they're signing Kelly Olynyk.
And he was averaging like 17 points in Houston.
Yeah, and now they're putting him under Beastu and the other guy.
I think Sadiq.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's a player of the year as well.
Oh yeah, also Garza.
Luka
Garza. So is Garza gonna get any minutes? Because they've got.
He's obviously gonna get minutes, plenty.
Didn't they just sign the other center too?
Balsa Koprivica?
No, there's someone else. They signed someone today. Hold on, I'm gonna figure out who it is. I swear they just signed another center to go along with that. Kelly Olynyk and I swear there's something. I'm trying to stall, but I can't think of anything to say because I'm focused on looking at these. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. I think I might be wrong. I thought they did, but maybe I'm wrong. I swore they signed another center, but
I don't think they did, actually.
They just gave someone an absurd amount of money. I don't know who it was, but they definitely gave someone an absurd amount of money.
All I know is that they got Koprivica and Beef Stew at the bigs.
And it wasn't Alex Len. It wasn't Portis.
No, Alex Len went to Sacktown, and Portis is staying in Milwaukee.
McDermott went, yeah.
That was I read about that Doug McDermott one that he's going to San Antonio.
That was random. This whole tangent is very random. But I don't know what I thought.
I don't think they got a big. Not that I can remember.
I guess they didn't. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Very possible. Yeah, basically I'm going crazy, I think. Okay, I should stop. I should stop like looking for this because I'm clearly wrong. But I don't think I'm going to. So, you know what it was? I see what I did. My brain played tricks on me. When Tice went to the Rockets, and I thought of Guy being on the Rockets, Kelly Olynyk being on the Rockets. So in my mind, I put 2 and 2 together.
Daniel Tice is the one that went to Houston.
Yeah. In my head, I just kind of put together like Houston, Kelly Olynyk, and other dude. And I don't even know what I'm looking for right now because I clearly have not. There's something. Okay, there's something else we have to talk about. Okay, what else has happened? Okay, I'm gonna focus on figuring out what else has happened. Okay, I need you to distract people and say something. Well, I remember what I wanted to talk about.
So, ranking Marvel movies.
Bunch of jackasses standing in a circle.
We have a Hulk.
Give me a real fight.
Dance off, bro.
Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
That's a very good idea. We just spent like 20 minutes on a tangent that was completely irrelevant. Okay.
Irrelevant.
So mine will have the TV shows. You have not watched the TV shows, despite my many pleas for you to do so. Yours will not have the TV shows, right? Because you've not seen them.
Just the movies. I haven't watched the TV shows yet.
You should watch them. So do you want to do the alternating thing? You can give a rationale, a brief rationale.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's changed a little bit since last time we did it, but not a lot.
Okay.
And we'll just kind of actually, I'm not going to talk about the TV shows right away. Like, I'll just kind of mention where I put them at the end. just so that we can, because otherwise it'll be weird numbers. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I will go first. I think our last ones are the same.
I don't know. I don't know.
Actually, they may not. Actually, they probably aren't, because I think I know what your last ones are.
What's your last one?
You'll hear in a second because I'm gonna start. Okay, let's
Boy.
do this. There might be an intro. I don't know if I made one. So my last one is a movie which involves a hammer, some lightning, and a dark elf. I legitimately don't even remember don't know how to describe this movie. But basically, yeah, it's Thor: The Dark World. Look, it's not a bad movie. It's just not a good movie. This is actually another good example of a movie where the third act is horrendous. Granted, the first two acts are not amazing either, but, you know. And it's a waste of a Natalie Portman appearance. Like, she literally, it's a waste of her appearance in this. They waste talent in this. A lot of talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's a good movie, though, because it's better than half the DC movies. So that's it. Yes, I just threw a shot at DC for no apparent reason. Yes, it is the 27th movie, which technically counts the TV shows. So -3, it's 27 -3, which is 24. 3. I can't do math. Okay. Yes, 27 -3 for the TV shows.
All right.
Yeah, your turn.
I also had Thor: The Dark World as my last one.
Hey, look at that. I remember last time our top 3 were the same. Now they definitely aren't. Last time we did this, our top 3 were the same. Now they definitely yes. So I think you can just kind of echoed similar reasons for the reasoning.
Just never do that again, Marvel. You're making great movies right now.
They fixed it. Don't worry.
Role as of right now. I mean, the role kind of fell off when they came out with Spider-Man: Far From Home and Captain Marvel, and Avengers: Endgame. But keep it up and never make a movie like Thor: The Dark World ever again.
I think that I think they've kind of made it better through Loki and other things where they kind of, and Endgame where they kind of retcon parts of it and they made it kind of better. I haven't watched it in a while though, so I don't know. But yeah, my next one. See, I wasn't sure if Spider-Man was gonna be down here for you, like that low for you, but I'm glad it isn't. I mean, I'm sure it's not long till we get to it, but the next one is a movie, the only Marvel movie where Edward Norton starred. And this movie may end up moving up a little bit when I am forced to watch it again. I've literally watched it like one time since I watched it the first time. I might watch it again before Shang-Chi, but yes, it is the only Marvel movie star Edward Norton, I think. Yes, I mean I know that. Why am I saying I think? It is. It's the Incredible Hulk. Look, it's fine. It's not special.
Yeah.
Edward Norton's fine. I don't like him very much, so it kind of.
What, bro?
I don't know. He's like that guy, Mark Wahlberg, for me. You know, I just don't know.
Okay.
Don't vibe. I just use that word, and I don't like it. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, the next one, same. Incredible Hulk. I like Edward Norton, but this movie it's not it. But I don't think they should have recasted Edward Norton, to be honest, with Mark Ruffalo. I think Edward Norton's better than Ruffalo, to be honest. He's a better Hulk. I know it's a hot opinion, but it is what it is.
Hold on, sorry, I gotta interrupt you quickly. I'm looking at the letterbox things for people I follow. Someone gave it half a star. Someone gave 1.5 stars. That's just insulting. Don't do that.
They're firing shots at you now.
That's just insulting.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie, but it's not that bad. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Next. Here, how about you go next? We'll do 2 and 2. We'll rotate. Your turn.
Sounds good. And then the next one I had, Iron Man 2.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. You'll see.
It was just a little overstuffed, you know.
See, that disgusted face is like exactly everyone watching the movie. So, I mean.
There's a little too much going on at once. I think this is Iron Man's worst movie by far. But, yeah, there was just a bit
Wasn't
too
he in Civil War? I thought he was sorry, I gotta rephrase. I am not saying Civil War is worse than Iron Man 2. Yeah. So
yeah.
my next one is Thor.
The first Thor movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, this is the thing. We're getting this kind of like those two are like Thor: The Dark World and Hulk are definitely both down, like on the bottom. I guess if we're looking at this in tiers, right? But now we're in the next tier now, and I think the next tier will kind of be very similar. Like these are good movies. Like this next tier of like, a handful of movies are good movies. They just aren't amazing. Like they're really good. Like if you compare them to other movies, they're really good. But in terms of the MCU, they're just good, right?
Mm.
Like Iron Man 2 compared to most normal movies is amazing.
Yeah.
But compared to the other Marvel movies, it's just kind of there,
Yeah.
Like compared to Suicide Squad, it's literally the greatest movie of all time. But compared to, other Marvel movies like, Thor, Ragnarok, Doctor Strange, Endgame, Infinity War, Winter Soldier, right? Like it's just okay.
Yeah.
But mine is Thor. Again, same thing as Iron Man, same rationale, I guess, as Iron Man 2. But yeah. What was your next one? 24 for you.
Didn't we say we were gonna do 2-2, like 2-2-2-2?
Yeah, I did 2. Now it's your turn to do 2. You did 1.
Oh. My bad, bruh. Next one, I'm gonna go with Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you're like a one ahead of me.
That was gonna be your next one.
Yeah. Okay. Give your rationale.
Well, during the movie, like they didn't really clearly explain who Ultron was, how old he was.
He's a robot.
No, like we know he's a robot. You can see by his physical appearance. Character development and actually getting into depth of who he is. Like it was okay,
He's a robot. We saw when he was born. We saw him be born.
How old is he?
Well, we know Vision wasn't born yesterday, or Vision was born yesterday.
But like it was like just shenanigans of superheroes hitting each other, I guess. And again, it was a mess. I'm a big fan of the ending scene, the third act. I wasn't really a big fan of that.
I'm gonna have to clip that your description of Age of Ultron, put it at the beginning of this, right? You know what's gonna happen.
Oh God.
That's the greatest description of a movie I've ever heard. Yeah. Okay. That's a very good rationale.
All right.
My next one, right after Thor, is Iron Man 2.
Ooh.
See?
Okay.
So I'm like one behind you.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you'll have Thor like next or something, and then it'll kind of be like, yeah, you could shrug, but I know it can't be that high.
I'm not saying
but Iron Man 2 really is your rationale. I also kind of have realized that this is probably getting super confusing to do the 2-2-2 thing because of how similar the lists are. So I think we're gonna keep reverting back to to change it again, just do the 1-1-1 thing. I don't know. But yeah, Iron Man 2, very similar reasoning to yours. When you said yours. I mean, I have it over Thor because it's I don't know. Like when I sit down to watch, if you told me choose between watching Thor and Iron Man 2, I would choose Iron Man 2 100% of the time. It's not a great movie. Like it's not significantly better, but I'd much rather watch it. And I think that's kind of like in my mind, if there's two very close movies, I just kind of say if these were all put in front of me and I had to choose one to watch right now, which one would it be? And that's kind of how I do it. And Iron Man 2, I don't know. I just think I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't like the serious kind of aspect of Thor so much. I don't know. But that's just me. But yeah, now we've gone to 24, or on my list 24. I should not keep calling it 24 because that's not true. But
all right.
It's 22. So technically we're on 21 right now, right?
Yeah.
Or we just finished 21. So my 20th would be Avengers: Age of Ultron. See,
okay.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And look, honestly, again, is it significantly better than Iron Man 2 and Thor? No. But if you put Avengers: Age of Ultron and Iron Man 2 in front of me and told me watch one, I would choose Age of Ultron 100% of the time because again, I do like Ultron as a character. I mean, yes, there were problems with the movie. Joss Whedon is a problem. Chris Hemsworth bathtub scene is a problem. The Hawkeye family thing is unnecessary. The Black Widow romance with Hulk is unnecessary. The fact that I remember all this stuff in the movie is completely crazy. All that stupid Hawkeye farm stuff is ridiculous and unnecessary. I don't care. No one likes Hawkeye except for when we always watch his show. Vision's fun. He has good Iron Man. Obviously, all those guys are cool. It's not as good as Avengers 1, obviously, and it's not as good as Avengers 3 or 4, but it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's your 20th?
Thor. First Thor movie.
There we go.
Yeah. CGI. Step it up. Keep Lord of the Rings. It was like a Lord of the Rings Hobbit knockoff kind of movie.
Yep. I think that's what they're going for. Rip off Hobbit.
Some along those lines.
Well, Hobbit is a rip-off of Lord of the Rings, technically, in terms of quality. I don't care. I will stand by that, by the way. That's a claim I will stand by.
But yeah, that's that. Just Thor. Step it up, bruh.
Yeah. So basically, from 20 to 20, whatever number, 24, I think, right?
Yeah.
They're basically the same, right? The first four are kind of or first five, I guess, are kind of they're the same, but some of them are in a different order. Like, we kind of have an agreement that in terms of the bottom five of the MCU, it's just the order in which we put those are different, and I think that's kind of irrelevant, right? So then I think here we kind of really do move up a tier, right?
Yeah.
To kind of this next tier, which is very high quality movies, even more so than the ones below it, which I guess is why they're higher. I don't know how. I think these will be where our tiers very much kind of. I'm doing the motion of my hands of veering off and not being similar, but no one could see that, so I don't know why I'm doing it. But yeah, they kind of become very different, because I kind of know what yours. I have a feeling, at least. I know 3 movies that'll be in this tier for you, which are definitely not for me. 2 of them with Tom Holland, 1 of them with Chadwick Boseman. So I don't know. I'm just random guesses here. I feel like I probably got all of them right. It'll be Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and then Black Panther. In that order. Watch. Yeah. But I will go, or you go. You go.
No, you go. It's fun.
Or I'll go. Okay.
All right.
Mine is another sequel to another amazing film. It's called Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This is a movie where it was, I don't know, it makes me tired to watch it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just feel tired watching it. Like, I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot that doesn't need to be there, and it's a lot. Kind of like what you said about that movie with Iron Man and Iron Man 2. I was pointing at it on my screen. Again, no one can see it. I know I'm doing it, but yeah. It's just it's a lot. Peter Quill and all those people is a lot. But yeah.
All right. What was you're gonna do the next one?
No. We'll just you next.
Okay. What number is this again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 after whatever. It's the 6th worst one.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, look at that! What'd I say?
You knew that.
Look at that.
Not
because you hate Tom Holland.
No, it's not only that. It's just the joke is purely subjective. I'm not saying this is a fact, but I didn't really find the jokes funny. The story was.
So, again, no one can see you, so maybe you should. It's like pretend you're in court, like they can't see the hands.
It was okay. I'm like doing one of the handshakes. I don't know what to call them, but Tom Holland.
The symbol, is that what it is? I don't know what it is. I'm gonna look that up. Okay, what's that like? I'm gonna look up symbol.
But other than that, Tobey Maguire is forever the best Spider-Man, and that's facts.
Tom Holland better than him in Civil War. What's this called? I'm trying to figure out what this is called when you move your hand like that.
It's like reverse jazz hands. I guess that's what you can call it. I don't know. But yeah, that's.
See, now I'm trying to figure out what this is called. So it is called. I'm looking at this thing. That's for construction. We're not doing construction here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking at construction websites. Okay, let me stop doing this. So yes. Now my next one, which is the 7th, I think. Can you tell me the numbers, because I these numbers are messing me up.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Let me create a list. As a matter of fact.
Okay.
I'm doing this right. I'm not very organized or productive, just for the record.
Don't worry, it is not. I can kind of figure out what the symbol means now. Oh my god, the right hand rule. I just found a diagram on the right hand rule, and now I'm scarred again.
Oh boy.
Physics, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go on my next one then. While you kind of create your list so that you can keep track of the numbers, because I have the TV shows in mind, so my numbers are all weird. I could do just the basic -3 math, but I don't want to.
I don't remember the, what's it called?
I could do 21 - 3. Why am I acting like I can't do 21 - 3? It's 18. Yes,
What,
I'm
number
on
18?
18.
All right.
Which makes sense, but yeah, it's 18. And 18 for me is Captain America: The First Avenger.
Okay.
This is not a sequel, because this is one of the rare instances where the sequel is actually better than the original. Captain America: The Winter Soldier is a movie which I have very, very mixed feelings about. It is a masterpiece in so many ways, but it also is not. Like, I don't even know. Okay, this is the thing. Because I remember one of the times I rewatched it, and I realized something is how well they avoid showing you Red Skull's face. They kind of hint at it a lot, like the blood spatter on the Hydra thing, right? The red blood. I don't know. Again, why do I know these random things? I have no clue. But like they do all these little things to try to make you kind of realize, oh look, it's Red Skull right before he does the reveal at the end. I don't know why this movie's so low. It just if you told me between any of these movies above and this movie, which one would I rather watch? It would probably be this movie. And actually, now that I think about it, I'd probably watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 over this. I think that Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Avengers: Age of Ultron, and Captain America thing needs to be fixed a little bit. But, yeah. I don't know. I would watch everything above it over it. But it's a good movie, you know? I don't know. Maybe I feel like that's probably the most unpopular thing I've had so far. Maybe the Guardians of the Galaxy one and the Avengers one. I don't know.
You had plenty of unpopular opinions, boy.
I mean, I like Tom Holland, so it's okay.
No, it's a popular opinion. Marvel fans love that guy.
Yeah. Except you.
All right. Number 18?
Yes.
Give it a guess. Give it a guess. I want you to guess this one.
I mean, I told you it's going to be Homecoming, Far From Home, and then Black Panther.
Guess which one. I've already said Home. Which one?
Far From Home.
Yeah, you got it right. Number 18 is Far From Home.
Told you. See, look, people got to listen. I know. See, I have not seen this list. I know. And I know next week Black Panther.
Jake Gyllenhaal carried this movie. He was the best guy in there.
You missaid Tom Holland's name.
Huh?
You missaid Tom Holland's name.
I
You meant to say Tom Holland, but you said Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal carried this movie for sure, but
Tom
other
Holland.
than that, like the jokes weren't funny. I wasn't a big fan of Spider Monkey or whatever his name was. But yeah, this was a Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
You mean a Tom Holland movie? Actually, that's technically, technically a Marvel Studios movie, but you know who carried this movie? Nick Fury. It was a Nick Fury movie. It was a Sam Jackson. No, so that's a wrong opinion, but you can have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Spider-Man, for my next one is not a Spider-Man movie, not a movie with Spider-Man in it. Actually, technically, Spider-Man is in this movie if you want to think about it like that. Iron Man 3.
Okay.
Now, how is Spider-Man in this movie? I'm pretty sure he's the kid, right? The kid's in this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Right? Like, yeah, he is. The kid who Iron Man saves and then is like, and wearing the Iron Man mask, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing them up. I'm going to take your confirmation as 100% I'm right. So if I'm wrong, it's not on me. Okay. Yeah, so Iron Man 3 is the next one, which is what, 17 I think we're on?
Yeah, we're
yeah, I mean, again, it's a really good movie. But there are parts of this where I'm like, mainly I don't like the villain, but that's just me. I know we'll get the real Mandarin again in Shang-Chi, so, okay. But, like, I like the reveal of the Mandarin. I just like who the real villain ended up being, I guess is the best way to say this, right? Like, I liked the reveal, but I didn't like who the villain was. Like, I liked the twist that the Mandarin wasn't really the Mandarin, but I didn't like the fact that the real villain was this loser who shoots fireworks, and this whole extremist plot, which I thought was awful. But yeah.
All right.
17.
Number 17. I'm actually gonna go with Captain Marvel.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I forgot you hit Captain Marvel too.
Captain Marvel is up there. Again, just not funny, not my type of movie. Like too.
Was it funny?
Too hippie-ish. I guess.
Hippie-ish.
Hippie-ish. I'm making that a new word. Merriam-Webster dictionary. Put that in.
Yep.
Yeah, just do hippie-ish and stuff. What I didn't like the final act either, but yeah,
There were no CGI fights.
Jude Law again carried this movie.
You said Brie Larson wrong again.
No, Jude Law.
You said Sam Jackson wrong too.
Jude Law.
I'm sorry, but this is insulting for Sam Jackson that the cat carried the movie.
Oh, I forgot about that cat. Oh my god.
Oh, they're not taking a cat.
No, it was Jude Law carried that entire movie.
Sure. Although now I realize how close my Captain Marvel is to yours, and I'm kind of like, I think I should just move it up. Just for this. No, I'm not gonna. Yeah. So then number 16 for me is this is a guy. Okay. He's very. Wait. This is in the wrong order. I'm gonna fix this. Yes. I mean they're both the same character, but much better. So there's this man. He's very small, but in this movie, there's also the wings of the other person. I'm doing the flapping thing. No one can see it. Again, I don't know why I do this because no one can see them, but like, yeah, it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ghost was the first of Marvel's new villain problem of the villains not being evil enough. And yeah, this was the movie. We did an audio commentary on which is probably linked up here, so you should watch it because we did the thing where we watched the movie and then people watch with us, like. You can watch with us, and then you can hear us talk while the movie's going on, because who doesn't love listening to people while a movie's going on? It's great. You should just check it out. That was fun.
Right. Nice.
I don't know. That was good. The random self-plug. See, look at that. We're just plugging ourselves now. This episode is sponsored by us.
We're just sponsoring ourselves because we want to. We don't care.
Those audio commentaries did a lot for views. We should do one again.
Oh, which movie?
I don't know. Because those were really like the strongest viewership we had was for those. I remember I think one of them had 100 or something views. It's crazy.
How about we do an audio commentary for let's do audio commentary for what's that movie? Let's do one for,
I was gonna say we have 100 Marvel movies to choose from.
Yeah, there's plenty.
Anyways, I hope getting sidetracked again. If you have an idea, let us know in the comments. There you go. See, look at this. We're just on. Look at that. Okay. Yes. So, what number are we on? 16?
We're at 16, yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp for me. What is it for you?
Number 16 for me is Black Panther.
See, I was close. Okay. I mixed up Captain Marvel and Black Panther. Okay.
You want to explain why you put Ant-Man and the Wasp there?
I did. I said, did I? It just okay.
Oh,
actually,
yes.
No. If you want to know what I think of it, I said the villain problem thing too. No, if you want to know what I think about it, go watch the audio commentary. There you go.
Yeah.
But villain problem is essentially the reason. Yeah. So now you explain how. Can I guess? This one? Michael B. Jordan carried the movie.
He did. He actually did.
He actually did though. So you're not wrong.
He really did. I love Killmonger. He was a really good villain. I like the soundtrack. I like that rap music they incorporated into that. But obviously, like R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. But I watched 21 Bridges, and he was so much better in that one compared to Black Panther, I must say.
I'm just scrolling all the way up through this list and trying to figure out where to put Black Panther. No, I mean it is far. Yeah, that's a very valid. See, I remember, and again, I don't think this will actually be linked because I'm not gonna figure out which one it was, but we did a Black Panther a Black Panther review after we watched it, right? Like we. Not where we watched the movie, where we talked about the movie after we'd watched it, right? See, it's different. I don't know why I'm explaining. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, man. But yeah, we essentially talked about this, and we were like, and I remember you were so angry at the movie. I don't know why. Yeah, you were pretty angry at the movie. Yeah. And I remember the conversation we were having before it. It was as soon as you saw it, I remember you sent me a message, and you were very angry at the movie, like.
Because I wanted it to be good, obviously. I want every movie to be good, but it was so overhyped. Everyone was like, yo, this movie's going to be legendary and such. But, like...
Yeah, I remember you got very angry at that movie.
I don't remember being angry.
You were like... I don't know if it came off in the podcast, but I remember the messages you sent were definitely you being very angry at this movie. But I'm glad you've kind of come to your senses since then. You still don't understand how it's a masterpiece, but like it's okay.
I took counseling for that.
Yeah, but It isn't a masterpiece, but it's pretty good. Hey, it got nominated for an Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
More than I can say about any other Marvel.
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman too. South Carolina represent.
Yeah. So next is what's next?
Number 15.
Okay, 15. My 15 is Ant-Man.
The first Ant-Man movie.
See, I had to switch those around because I don't know why the sequel. Because see, this is what happened. So actually, I think it's actually after that audio commentary where I flipped those around and put Ant-Man and the Wasp first. I think it was recency bias because it looked good. But in reality, Ant-Man's clearly the better movie. Again, not substantially better. Ant-Man, I might end up, by the end of this, I might end up flipping Ant-Man with the movie I'm going to have next, but who knows. But again, they're very tiered, right?
Yeah.
So it's like Iron Man 3, Captain America, Iron Man 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Man, and my next movie. They kind of are all in the same area, right? It just, I have to put them in an order. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's no problems. It's a fun movie. It just isn't. I don't know. Did I write a review for this thing so I could see like what I put, or did I not? I don't think I did. I don't know what I didn't like about it. Like what I didn't love about it. I don't know. It just. That's a really bad analysis right there.
Rough.
Okay, your turn.
Number 15, I had Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah, it was obviously a fun movie. They actually did pretty solid with the jokes. There were some I laughed at and some I didn't. Like, it was really inconsistent, but it's comical. It's like if you want to like have a good laugh at something, go for Ant-Man and the Wasp. But it's not as interesting.
No, go for Ant-Man first.
Ant-Man first.
Actually,
you want
funny.
to go chronologically, but
Yeah.
you get
No, Ant-Man's actually more funny than Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That is true. That is accurate.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely, yeah, it's a thing.
And number...
Oh, yes, number 15, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
17, 16, 15. Or maybe it's 14 now. I don't even know.
I think we're at 14 right now, actually.
Yeah, we're 14 at now. I cannot do basic math. I don't know why this is messing me up so much. I should be able to do basic math. It's a movie that's already been said. It's about an Air Force pilot.
Ooh.
What do you think it is?
Captain Marvel.
Ding, 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 we have a winner. It is a hippie-esque, or what was the word you used?
Hippie-ish.
Hippie-ish movie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it.
All right.
Like, again, I don't know. Like, this is the one I think I could flip-flop with Ant-Man. I feel like Ant-Man would probably be maybe above it. But yeah, I don't know.
Number 14. I had Ant-Man. I had the first Ant-Man movie there.
See, so far the tiers have been very similar, right?
Yeah. Ant-Man's also a fun movie. It's pretty similar to the first. Like,
except for the blasphemous Spider-Man stuff, but, you
know. What do I want to say? It's fun. The jokes were better in the first compared to the second. But yeah, that's that.
Yeah. So next is 13, right? That's what comes after 14? 13? Or before 14, technically?
Yeah.
So mine, it's actually the lowest Tom Holland movie in my entire list.
Damn, really?
Yeah, it's the only movie Tom Holland's on this list, and it's at 14 or 13 or whatever I said. 13, right?
Yeah, we're at 14.
No, 13. I'm 13.
Huh?
14 is Captain Marvel for me.
Oh yeah, facts.
13. Because I can do 16 minus 3 is 13. I get that. That I can do. Nothing else. But yeah, it's Civil War. I don't know why it took me so long to say that, but yeah, Civil War. Like, right. Civil War, that's the movie. It's like, it's not an amazing movie, especially compared to The Winter Soldier, but it's good.
All right.
There's a lot of problems with Civil War, but yeah.
Numero 13. I got Avengers Endgame up there.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Another movie we did an audio commentary for, by the way. That was a long one.
Yeah, I think that was before the pandemic, as a matter of fact.
All the audio commentaries.
Thanks.
I mean, we did like 2 podcasts during the entire pandemic, so I mean, but yeah, that was another one. I'm pretty sure we did that one in like 2 parts, but like we recorded in 2 parts.
Oh yeah, because it was just.
It's a very long movie. Yeah.
But yeah, overhyped, turned out to be pretty bad.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
no, not bad in terms of normal movies.
I'm using some pretty harsh words there, I know, but it was just
Bad harsh word.
I didn't like it, I didn't like how Thanos died because Thanos was the hero of Infinity War, and then like that, and then he was the villain. I didn't like that they killed off Black Widow. What else? Yeah, I didn't like that at all. That they killed off Black
Although
Widow.
now that's probably a good thing because now she probably isn't coming back anyways.
I feel like the death of Iron Man was a little too cringe. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's just what I
Sorry,
think.
I'm trying to look as insulted as possible right now.
Yeah, that's that.
What's my next one? You may be asking yourself.
Number 12.
Yes. So my number 12. My number 12 is this movie. It has to do. It's actually the most recent MCU movie.
Oh, okay. I know this one.
I hope so, because it's the most recent one. No, it's Shang-Chi. It's the one that hasn't come. No. It's the movie with the one who's suing Disney now. Yeah, her. It's Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Why is it this low? Because
Why is that number 12? That should be higher, bro.
Because it legitimately is the worst of the movies above it. Like, it legitimately is worse than all. Like, that's one where I could say with 100% confidence it is exactly where it needs to be. Like, in terms of it can't be higher because everything above it is so much better.
Is it the worst of the best?
Or maybe it's the best of the worst.
The best of the. Oh, okay. Worst of the best of the worst.
It's same. It's literally the same thing. But yeah, like it's in that tier with. I'd probably say it's probably in the tier below the next movies, which is with the Civil War, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man kind of tier. I think it's probably the top of that tier, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's good enough to be in the next tier. Maybe if I watch it again, like a second time, that'll be something I'll kind of see. But I like the fact it was darker, but then they kind of lose that tone so quickly, and it's like it's in a sense it's kind of Endgame. What happened to the Endgame? They lose the dark tone like instantly to crack a joke.
Yeah.
But it was still a really good movie.
All right.
It's your 12.
Iron Man 3. It was. The thing about it is the way they portrayed the Mandarin. They portrayed him as like some sort of murderous.
That wasn't the real Mandarin, right?
Yeah, that's
the real Mandarin's going to be Shang-Chi. Just got to point that out.
They started portraying the Mandarin as like some sort of murderous, genocidal terrorist, and that's good. I like movies like that who portray like terrorists like the Mandarin or whatever. That's like dark stuff that I like in movies. And then it turned out that he was actually not who he was, and I was so disappointed when I found that out, and that the bad guy is actually like some guy who fires fire out of his hand, and
the Mandarin will be again,
and also sort of actual like real person. That was I really liked the way they did the Mandarin, like the Ben Kingsley one at the start.
Yeah.
They did him like a super bad person and like a dark guy, and then that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the twist. It was very Snoke Last Jedi-y in a way, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that
For sure.
It's very. I'm gonna spoil Black Widow. It's a very Taskmastery twist too, in a sense.
Yeah.
Except maybe a little bit on a different level. Maybe I don't know. I guess Black Widow Taskmaster twist more like Ghost. I don't know. I'm just saying things now. I should stop saying things. Okay. 11, right? We're on 11?
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, okay. So now this is a movie. This is the third movie in a trilogy which has all so far been said. It is a movie with the Hulk, with Jeff Goldblum, who clearly carried the movie, and Tessa Thompson.
Thor Ragnarok.
There we go. Yes, it is Thor Ragnarok. Now, this I think is probably the bottom of the top tier of movies. It's a good movie. It's really good. I would watch this over every single movie in the bottom tier, like in the bottom movies, the movies I've already said, 100% of the time. I might even watch it over the movie I'm gonna give next, but I like it more, so I'm gonna. But so yeah, that's why that order is as such. I'm being confusing again. Look at that. But yeah, that Thor Ragnarok is at 11.
All right, number 11. I got Captain America: The First Avenger.
There you go.
It's a very World War II-esque movie, and I like that.
Well, it was World War II. It wasn't World War II-esque. It was actually World War II.
That's what was unique about it. It was like World War II, the U.S. fighting against the bad guys, the National Socialists, the Nazis, and
See, look at that, using proper words. Like, instead of just calling the Nazis National Socialists.
not Nazis, that's socialists.
Hydra. It was actually Hydra.
Hydra, that's their name. Captain
Actually,
America.
wait, sorry. Sidetrack. Because think about what you said in terms of saying World War II ask movie. So would Black Widow or would Wonder Woman be considered a World War II esque movie because I think they confused World War II and World War One because it was World War II. It was called World War One, but it had the Nazis, and the Nazis didn't exist in World War II. So is that a World War II esque movie, or is that just a bad history movie?
Bad history movie. Inaccurate history movie.
Okay, cool. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I like the World War II in it. Captain America was good. I like that final scene of like where he was about to crash that plane, and then
he does.
He does.
Spoiler alert. He does.
He's a frozen feller, and
then he wakes up.
Yeah, the rest is history. But yeah, that's at number 11.
I mean, then he goes back.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So 10. Now we're in the top 10. This is an elite group of movies.
This is the exclusive group.
So 10 is the man, the myth, the legend, the guy anybody apparently could play, according to I think it was Matt Damon.
Oh,
that's what we got to talk about too. I forgot about that. For Matt Damon, it's Iron Man 1.
Oh, okay.
Matt Damon said some controversial things.
Matt Damon. Boy. Hey, don't disrespect my boy like that.
Oh, I think you'll agree that they're controversial.
Ooh, okay.
We'll talk about them in a second. But yes, Iron Man. I don't know why we're acting like we don't go on tangents randomly. Basically, he said the era of the movie star is gone. Like people don't pay money to see Robert Downey Jr. They pay money to see Iron Man, and that anyone could have played Iron Man, he would make the same money.
Obviously.
I mean, no, not an Iron Man had to be played by Robert Downey Jr. Anyone else played Iron Man, it would not have worked.
Well, you never know because like we're considering Tom Cruise and considering Cruise's popularity.
But there's a reason they didn't choose him because clearly Iron Man, Tony Stark's story is Robert Downey Jr.'s story, right? Like he is like maybe a lot of characters, maybe that's true, but for Iron Man specifically, that's not. Like Captain America, 100% I agree with you, and I know that's probably a controversial thing to say, but Captain America, 100% anyone could play him, and people would still pay money to see them. It doesn't matter, irrelevant. Chris Evans is literally irrelevant. Okay, I'm sorry, Chris Evans, but Robert Downey Jr. is different.
He's built different.
Like DeMar and Kyle. DeMar, you could trade him for Kawhi Leonard. Doesn't matter.
Traded?
Right? But Kyle Lowry is built different.
Wait, where?
Robert Downey Jr. What?
DeMar got traded?
No. I was an example for Captain America and Iron Man.
Oh no, I just thought so.
No. I'm just using examples. Yeah. It's like DeMar, you can replace him with Siakam, replace him with Kawhi, doesn't matter. But Kyle Lowry can't replace him, right? It's like Iron Man. Iron Man you can't replace. But Captain... And yes, did I just insult literally half the Raptors fans and half the Chris Evans fans? Yes.
Yes.
Do I care? Not really. It's still the least controversial thing. It's still less controversial than Tom Holland stuff, so it's all good.
No regrets.
Yeah. It's good to go. Convictions. Anyways, top 10. 10. Yours.
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange it's a good movie. The plot's kind of tough to understand at times, but
Magic Wizard Man
with some strange powers to go along with it. But it was a really good. Wizard. It's by far, it's up there in the top 2 as some of the most underrated Marvel movies ever. It's up there for sure.
Yes. So for mine. Technically, you can insert WandaVision and Loki in here. These are the first 2 TV shows to appear on this list. I'm not going to talk about them, but those 2 it'd be Iron Man, WandaVision, Loki. You know, if you want to just put them in there into where I think they go. Now the next one, which would be number 9, is exactly what you just talked about. Look at that.
Oh.
Doctor Strange himself, the man, the wizard, the wizard. I said wizard twice. Look at that.
Magic Wizard Man.
Yes, Magic Wizard Man. I love Doctor Strange. It's a great movie. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a top 10 movie. Like, you can't say anything else about it.
All right. What were we at?
8.
I thought we were at 9.
No, Iron Man was 10. Doctor Strange is. Oh no, you're at 9 and I'm at 8. There you go.
Number 9, I'm gonna put it as the first Iron Man movie. It's a very fresh start to the MCU. It's a very good start. Great introduction to the character. I 100% would rewatch it. You know, yeah, that's it. 100% would rewatch that.
See, look at that. We just flipped Iron Man and Doctor Strange around.
And it is.
It's good. Now, next you would kind of, if you want to insert again the last TV show in this list, which is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which would go right there. But yes, now it's a movie I know you love more than anything else.
Oh, God.
It's by far your favorite movie at number 8.
Oh, God, I'm scared.
It is the Black Panther.
Oh my God, no.
It is number 8. Why? I don't know. It's just a cool movie. I'm literally, actually, hold on. I know this is a very, very massive sidebar, right? But it must be done. And no one can see this, so it actually is completely irrelevant to people. But you must see it. Hold on. I have no back camera on this. I forgot about that. Hold on. We're going to move. And yes, I know people are confused. I'm literally sitting next to a giant Black Panther poster.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
No one else can, but, you know.
That's a theatrical poster right there.
Yeah. Big, massive Black Panther poster. This is how we do. This is how much I love Black Panther. Yeah, giant Black Panther poster is right next to me. I'm literally looking at it while I say Black Panther. I've also got a Star Wars one over there. But yeah, anyways, not the point. Getting off track. Yes, Black Panther is number 8.
Number 8.
Very good
all right.
movie. Number 8 for you?
8. It was. Where was it? Number 8 was Black Widow.
Look, see, very similar movies.
Yeah, Black Widow, darkest movie Marvel ever made, and I'm all for that. I like the Yelena. I like the.
She's very good.
She was very good, actually. Scarlett Johansson was good in there as well. The communist Soviet Union Captain America, he was pretty solid. Other than the fact that he's a communist. Yeah, overall it was. Not only was it the first Marvel movie that came out in a long time, like it was kind of refreshing, but it's good. It was refreshing to see a Marvel movie again, and it was also very good. It was a good way to get us back into Marvel.
I'm told John Collins and Atlanta Hawks are not close to an agreement. Okay.
Oh boy, that ain't good.
Yeah, so you just said Black Widow. That's a very good answer.
Yeah.
Number 7 is the movie. It involves Gamora, Groot, Rocket, Drax, and Star-Lord. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Ooh.
Look, if your movie ends with a dance-off, you're top 7. That's it. That's just a fact.
All right.
Marvel, listen to that. If you want a top 7 guarantee, end your movie with a dance-off.
A big old dance-off.
But yeah, that's the reason it's number 7. That's the only reason. Literally nothing else. No, it's just a really good movie. But no, it's just a dance-off.
All right, number 7, I'm going to go with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
2?
Did I say it already?
I think you did.
Oh, boy. I've got my things messed up.
Or maybe you did. I don't know. I know I said it a while ago. Actually, no, you didn't.
Yeah, that was number 7. Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah, why am I acting like I know your list better than you know your list? I don't know.
It was fun. It was good. Chris Pratt was very good, obviously. That fella was carrying that movie. But
she was so high for you.
I wasn't too fond of the villain.
Which one? There were like 7.
The Kurt Russell guy. I don't
Ego?
remember who it was.
His father?
Yeah, I wasn't too fond
The
of him.
Living Planet?
Yeah. Wasn't too fond of him, honestly. Overall, it was fun. It was a real fun movie.
You like Kurt Russell though, normally, right?
Yeah, but it's just this one movie that kind of shut him down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what it reminded me of? Kurt Russell in that, specifically the one scene. Okay, now you tell me if I'm just completely crazy, but that one, the one scene in Guardian. I don't even know if you remember the scene, but there was a scene where he was driving with Peter's mother in a car on Earth.
Yeah.
So that reminded me, and I think the reason it's so low is because that gives me flashbacks to literally the worst Tarantino movie in the history of Tarantino movies, which is like a very short list.
Yep.
You know exactly which movie I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
And you know exactly why I have that image.
Yep.
Anytime I think of it, I think of Death Proof, and because it is literally it's the same thing. That was another tangent. Not really, because it's connected, but yeah. And now you're thinking about that, and now you're seeing it, and now you're like, oh.
That's crazy.
I hated Death Proof.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
It was very bad. Tarantino should be ashamed that is a movie to his name. I'm being a little bit hard.
Next.
Wait, I think Zoe Saldana is in that. Or no, it's not her. It's who's the other one? From who is it? The person who plays Ahsoka. Who's in Death Proof? Who's the person? I said the person like 7 times. Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson. Oh yeah,
that's who it was. Yes. I don't know why I said her name.
Mm-hmm.
Literally had nothing to do with anything. I don't know. It just came into my head. Yeah.
All right.
So that's your number 7. We both have Guardians of the Galaxy number 7. Just one of them's 2 and one of them's 1.
Yeah. And
number 6 for me is the movie with the people and they do the fighting. Look at that. And Iron Man dies. Yeah, it's Endgame. Endgame just being the last one has to be number 6. But the fact that the biggest thing that bugged me, and it's bugged me to this day, we did a commentary on Endgame actually, and I said this then, and I'll say it now, and I'll stand by this. The fact that they go literally because they needed a joke, that they end the entire dark kind of depressing vibe of the movie with the joke, and then they do the whole jokes. I hated the tone of that movie. It felt so bad. It was like they were trying to do 7 different things with tone, and it bugged me. They should have stayed sad, not happy.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, it's still higher than. But.
Yeah.
So number 6 for you?
Number 6 is the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
There you go.
Same as the second one. Fun, good music.
Except Dance Off makes it higher.
The Dance Off was obviously, it was same reason as the second one.
Yeah, okay. That's very fair.
Top 5. This is the elite of the elite.
The elite, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's got to start off with a team of the elite of the elite. Again, another team. It's the original. It's the OG. It's the Avengers.
Yes, sir.
It's the elite of the elite.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just realized 60% of the top 5 are Tom Holland movies. But
oh God. Oh boy. Come on,
and
man.
100% of the top 2 are Tom Holland.
Come on, man.
And 3 of the top 4 are Tom.
All right.
And 3 of the top 5 are also Chris Evans movies, despite the fact that I just attacked him for no reason.
That's a raw moment right there.
Yeah. So, and Robert Downey Jr. is in 3 of the top 5. Anyways, I don't know why I'm doing this because yes, Avengers, very good movie. If you gave me any MC, maybe I'll move Guardians above the Endgame. That's the only thing I might change because I think it's close between Avengers and Guardians as to which one I would watch if you told me to. Mainly reason I wouldn't watch Endgame is because it's like too long. I think the length was a big issue too because there were draggy parts, and I that's the other thing. But yeah, Avengers 1, there'll be times it'll be on TV and I'll just watch it and I'll enjoy every second of it. It's that good of a movie.
All right.
Your turn.
Number 5. I had the same as you, Avengers. Yeah, this was a great way to start the Avengers series and good way to introduce the characters. I like that final battle in the city of New York. That was very fun, like just watching the absolute destruction of it with all those aliens. But yeah, good movie, very good. Would most certainly rewatch it any day of the week.
Yes, that is the only correct answer right there. Number 4 for me. Do 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 do. Yes, that is right. After that beautiful interpretation of the Spider-Man theme, it is Spider-Man Homecoming that is number 1. And yes, this was a movie carried by Michael Keaton. No, it was carried by Tom Holland. Let's stop pretending it was carried by anyone other than Tom. Tom Holland and Zendaya put this movie on their back, and they just carried it up the damn hill. No, it was such a good movie. It's literally so much fun. I'm pretty sure I've seen Spider-Man Homecoming more than I've seen any other MCU movie.
Yeah.
I watched this thing just because it is just such a good movie all around. If you told me Avengers or Spider-Man Homecoming, I'd flip a coin, but I'd probably choose Spider-Man Homecoming. It's just such a fun movie. It's so fun. I love it. Tom Holland's great.
Awesome. All
What's your
right.
number 4?
Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, very high.
After those 2 atrocious Thor movies that were made,
They were made.
Yeah, they were. Okay, we're never talking about those Thor movies ever again. Taika Waititi actually managed to save the Thor franchise, but he provided like a promising look for the next gen Marvel movie. It was very good. It was very funny. Chris Hemsworth. I like the new introduction of the new style, like capeless, short hair, and his interactions like with the Hulk were funny as well. But yeah, terrific job by Taika Waititi to save Thor.
And Thor 4 is coming out soon too.
That's true. Love and Thunder.
Wait. Sorry, I was looking at other things and I completely got distracted. Look at that. I'm just getting distracted. And my list just vanished again. Okay, hold on. Just gotta click here. I mean, I know it off the top of my head now. But yes, number 3 for me is the movie with the elevator scene. The greatest elevator scene of all time.
Okay.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Uh-huh.
Or basically the original Black Widow movie. Because it's the same plot as Black Widow, except yes, it's a very good movie. I know for the longest time we had this and the number 1 movie back to back, but then I watched the movie that's in between them, and then that because I remember last time we did this, the 2 movies that we had back to back as the top 2 were the same. I know the number 1 I think is the same for both of us still. I mean, I know it's probably the same for both of us still. And I know your number 2 is this one. So yeah, I know. And whatever movie's left is your number 3.
Number 3 is Civil War.
There, that's the one that's left.
Yeah, Civil War. It's great. I like that little battle they had at the end because that was like something we hadn't seen before. The Avengers so conflicted that they.
Did you not watch Batman vs Superman?
Okay, we're never talking
or
about
Godzilla vs King Kong.
Superman is not a thing.
According to IMDb, it's a thing.
In our own perception, Batman and Superman will never be a thing. But yeah, I like how the Avengers got so conflicted that they had to fight it out. But
fighting is never the answer. You got to talk about it and sign the government document. Even though we're both on Team Iron Man here.
Yeah.
Right?
But overall, like the superheroes they introduced, like Spider-Man, they brought that was his intro to the MCU. But yeah, great movie, really good.
That is true. You are correct. The number 2 for me is do. I'm not gonna do the whole thing again, but do. That was awful because I sped it up, but yes, it is Spider-Man Far From Home.
Damn, that's up there.
And it was far from Jake Gyllenhaal's best movie, but it was Tom Holland's best movie, so it doesn't matter. I didn't know what to do with that. I do like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Damn, that was up there. Wow, I thought that was a little lower.
Nope.
What you rated?
Tom Holland that movie is fun. Now, in reality, again thinking about it, I'd probably flip Homecoming and Far From Home, but it's top 5. You know, it's all in the same tier. But yeah, I liked it a lot.
Epic.
Can I guess your number 2?
Yeah.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, you got it.
So look at that.
Soldier's like the closest, like, to.
We have the same number 1, by the way.
It's like the closest there is to a Jason Bourne, Mission Impossible, John Wick type of action movie, and that's what's so awesome. And the choreography of the fights were great. I really like the Winter Soldier himself in that. What else? This is 100% the best Captain America movie. And it's very well produced and very well done kind of movie. Like good storyline, it was really clear. The characters were very good. Falcon was introduced there, and I really liked Falcon when I first saw the movie. So after I first saw the movie, and yeah, so I think our number 1 is the same.
And it is
Infinity War.
Of course.
Yeah, the best Marvel movie ever made. Okay, the thing about Infinity War is that they hyped this up, but the hype was legit. Like it actually was.
Yes.
A movie. It was a great.
You literally took the sentence right out of my mouth. I was literally gonna say that, and then you said it.
Yeah.
Yes. It is one of those movies where you could hype it up all you wanted, but from the first trailer, like I remember, it was such a surreal experience seeing Thanos actually move. I don't know. It was like crazy. Like, I remember just being in shock. Like, it was one of the things, like, I knew it was going to happen. I knew what Thanos was going to look like, what kind of. But, like, seeing him actually do things, like, seeing it for real happen, it was just so mind-blowing. And I don't know. That's still, like, that trailer is still so much fun to watch. I'll watch the trailer for fun. But, yes, this is definitely a move where if you told me to watch a movie, I'd watch this one
100%.
before anything else.
Best Marvel movie ever. One of the greatest cinematic experiences ever. A hyped up movie that was actually, as we said, the best Marvel movie ever.
It managed to surpass that.
Yeah, excellent. Absolutely terrific. I don't really think there's going to be a Marvel movie better than Infinity War.
Until the next big event movie, which ends
No,
up
that's not top Infinity War.
when you bring back old Iron Man from another world.
Nah. If Infinity War is always going to be the best Marvel movie of all time.
I mean, maybe it will be. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what Marvel does.
You never know what Marvel can pull out of its bag.
Because it's being very good at making movies.
Semi Ojeley is going to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that.
And Ben McElroy is going to Portland.
Now, because I feel like doing this, I did this thing a while ago where I pulled my Instagram followers on the best Marvel movie of all time. Okay? I want you to guess the results. I'm going to give you top 3.
All right.
Or maybe more. We'll go maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Number 1. What do you think number 1 was?
Infinity War?
No.
Oh, boy. Oh, God. What do they say?
Endgame.
Endgame?
Mm-hmm.
Bruh.
Number 2 was Infinity War.
Number 2? Oh, my God.
Guess what number 3 was? It's a tie between 2 movies.
What are the Spider-Man movies?
So, yes, you're right. It was Far From Home.
Oh.
And?
Homecoming.
Nope.
Black Panther.
Nope.
Civil War.
Nope.
Winter Soldier.
Nope.
Captain Marvel.
Nope.
I don't know.
Avengers.
What?
I don't even know if Captain Marvel come out at this time.
What?
Captain Marvel might not have been out. Yes, it was out. Yes, it was Avengers and Spider-Man Far From Home tied for 3. Then 5, technically, because was Civil War. And tied for 5 as well was also the Winter Soldier, Guardians Volume 1, Black Panther. And then tied for 9th was Ant-Man and the Wasp, Age of Ultron, First Avenger, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Iron Man. And these are the order, technically, of the things. Mm-hmm. Basically, the moral of the story is Avengers Endgame was the favorite movie. So, yeah, that's something which should mean something, I think.
Awesome.
Like, I feel like that was completely an irrelevant sidetrack, but again, it's cool. So that is our belief on movies. Box office time, I think.
Let's pull up box office.
We'll do what we watched at the end. Yes, that is logical. Oh, and also in the comments, let us know what you think of our movies and your movies and all that stuff, right? Because you can just type and then click enter or send or whatever. So we missed a week technically, but even though we technically did this good, or no, maybe we did actually. Yeah, we did. Like technically. Anyway, not the point. So we're gonna skip it. So we gotta go back 2 weeks, and then we'll do last week, and then we'll do next week.
Did I even write for last? Did we do one for last week?
We didn't do one for last week. We did one for 2 weeks ago because we didn't record last week.
Oh, okay. All right. I got my up here.
I'm pretty sure you got it right again. Okay, what was number 1? And we're talking about the weekend of July 23rd to 25th.
Okay. We'll start off with yours. So number 1, you said Space Jam 2. Number 2,
I was wrong.
Number 2, Black Widow. Number 3, Old. Number 4, Snake Eyes. Number 5, Escape Room 2.
I literally got none of them right. Okay, your turn.
Number 1, I said Old. Number 2, Space Jam 2. Number 3, Black Widow. Number 4, Snake Eyes. Number 5, Fast Furious 9.
You literally got almost all. You got Old right. You got Black Widow right. You got you said Old.
Old, Space Jam, Black Widow, Snake Eyes, and Fast and Furious.
So the real order was Old, Snake Eyes, Black Widow, Space Jam, and Fast and Furious.
Ah.
You got 3 right. And you got all 5 in that were in the top 5 right.
Just not in the correct order.
You got 3 of them in the right order, though. That's really good.
All right. What's No, we didn't do one for last week.
We did not. But I will tell you what the last week one was. Jungle Cruise at 35 million.
Mm-hmm.
Old at 6 million. The Green Knight at 6 million. Black Widow at 6 million. Stillwater at 5 million. Space Jam: A New Legacy at 4 million. Snake Eyes at 4 million. Fast and Furious 9 at 2 million. Escape Room Tournament of Champions at 2 million. And The Forever Purge at 1 million. That's the top 10.
Stillwater, yes sir.
Next week, we have a very big release, though.
Oh, what is it?
Suicide Squad.
Oh, Suicide Squad coming out?
Next week.
Damn.
I'm not watching it in theaters because I'm not going to a theater, but Actually, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing.
All right,
So the only wide release next week is Suicide Squad.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I'm gonna go out here and make a random guess for number one. Oh, you're gonna write them down, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull up the box office. There we go.
The wild guess for my number one is gonna be Suicide Squad.
Hold on. Let's see.
Completely wild, random, out of the blue guess.
What's the website you use for your box office?
Boxofficemojo.com.
They made it like new. They made like a new format. It's weird.
It is.
Where is it? Where do you click on domestic?
No, click on domestic and then weekend. And then the most recent weekend.
Oh, weekend. Okay, there we go. Where is this? As of August. Okay. Sick. By weekend. There we go. Wait, what? I have no clue what the heck's going on.
I can help you. I can tell you. What are you trying to find?
I'm trying to find like the box office list you were on.
I could just send you the link,
Alright, bet. Throw it in the chat.
Yeah. Just gonna plop it into the chat. I think I did that right. I did that wrong. Hold on, sorry. Wait. Did I do it right? I don't know. Oh, look, and then that happened. Control C or Command C. That's the command.
Yeah.
Command V. There you go. I did it. I know how to do this. See?
Oh, okay. There we go. What the heck? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this.
Okay. So Suicide Squad number one.
One.
I don't know why I'm making that guess, but
It's called The Suicide Squad, isn't it?
That's yes.
The Suicide Squad number two.
And I'm just for fun gonna make a prediction of the money. I'm gonna say 30,000 million. That's a million. 30 million. Jungle Cruise. Although, Jungle Cruise. You know what? I'm gonna count Jungle Cruise. Number 3, Old.
Alright.
Number 4, The Black Widow.
Alright, number 5.
The Green Knight.
Alright, you got number 5.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, number 1, I'm gonna say obviously Suicide Squad. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Jungle Cruise. Oh.
Okay.
Jungle Cruise. Number 3, I'm gonna go with I have confidence. I'm gonna go with Black Widow.
What would I go with number 3? They say Old.
Number 4, I'm gonna go with The Green Knight.
Oh, you said in The Green Knight. I don't think The Green Knight holds that well.
I'm gonna go with Old. And number 5, I'm gonna go with the movie I watched, Stillwater.
So, wait, read yours again?
1, Suicide Squad. 2, Jungle Cruise. 3, Black Widow. 4, Old. 5, Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Okay. That's a pretty good lineup.
Awesome.
Of things. Like ranking. I don't know what to call it. I am losing my mind right now. Okay. Yes.
And then results come out next week. We're gonna read that off to you guys.
Are you gonna be able to record next week? I don't know.
Oh yeah. I'm going away.
So you won't be able to?
I can figure something out. I can try and figure something out.
No, we'll deal with it later. Anyways, another point right now. Whatever happens, we'll find a way to figure something out. Maybe I'll just do it the technical difficulties thing.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what. So I was gonna say something. Yes, what did we watch? I know there's a movie you want to talk about. Something you just watched. Do you want to talk about Stillwater? Or?
Yeah, I watched a couple movies actually.
I only watched one. So.
Okay, so yeah, I watched Stillwater not too long ago.
Like 3 days ago?
Yeah, probably 3 days ago. We went to a movie theater and we went to go see it, and it's gonna be up there as one of the best movies I've seen this year.
Which we'll do toward the end of the year. Yeah,
you gotta put that in the letterbox. Matt Damon's redneck character, I love that. But the way they portrayed him, like the way they portrayed the redneck was really accurate. You know, the way he dresses, the facial hair, the hats, the glasses, praying before he eats, calling everyone sir and ma'am. His acting in that movie was truly really good, and yeah, I would most certainly recommend it if you guys have access to a theater. Go watch it. You won't regret it. It's a very good story.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard great things about it. I know you were hyping it up last podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it lived up to that.
100%.
Speaking of I literally have no way to connect this. I tried. I didn't try, but we'll pretend I did. I watched the movie with the guy, the basketball guy.
Ooh.
Pretty cool. Apparently his name is LeBron James.
The guy from Fortnite.
Yes, he's from Fortnite. Now everyone's gonna know who he is from Fortnite.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
It was like,
Fortnite.
who was it? Was it Thanos? People remember learning from Fortnite. I think it was Thanos, right?
Yeah. No, they put like several people in.
No, but there was this thing where people actually only knowing Thanos from Fortnite, right?
Yeah, and John Wick.
Oh, John Wick. That's who it was. It was John Wick. I mean, it might have been Thanos too, but like, yeah. Yeah, this guy, LeBron, apparently he's very good at basketball. Who knew?
Yeah, who would have known? Seems like he's pretty good.
I learned that he's on the Los Angeles Lakers now.
Yeah, that's a pretty historic franchise.
I know. And he went to Cleveland and Miami. Like, I don't know. And then the Looney Tunes are also in this. It's like a movie with LeBron James and also the Looney Tunes. It's crazy. And Don Cheadle's in there too, just cause.
He is. Yeah, he is.
It was a good movie though, not gonna lie. It was dumb fun. It wasn't a good movie. They make some fun references between the actual flat out like cartoon references and the like basketball references. It's cool.
Wasn't like Anthony Davis in there and like Damian Lillard?
Was. And yes, as guys.
And Clay?
Yes.
Yeah.
And two other people. I don't remember. Actually, there might be more. I don't know.
One of them was Sue Bird.
Yeah, Sue Bird was there too. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the Goon Squad. But yeah, I mean, it was a good movie. Like, it's dumb fun. If you just want something to just watch and expect no quality but just fun, then yeah.
Yeah.
And look, at the end of the day, it's a movie where it just shows, look, LeBron James pretty good at basketball. Looney Tunes pretty good at being Looney Tunes. It is a cliched story, but it's cool.
Great. So would you recommend it?
If you want dumb fun, yeah, I recommend it. Obviously, just watch.
All right. I watched one more movie, and this is the movie I was talking about as one of the greatest I've ever seen.
Wait, which movie?
Mississippi Burning.
Ooh.
It was it's a very heavy movie. Like, there's a lot of really hard racism and anti-Semitism in that movie, but that's the truth about it. It's a movie about the KKK. But Willem Dafoe, excellent.
Oh, this movie we were just talking, you trivia'd me on.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman's in it.
Gene Hackman, he was in there as well.
And Frances McDormand.
Yeah,
and Michael Rooker. Damn, this is a stacked cast.
Not only that, it's one of the better movies that there is out there.
Yeah, Gene Hackman, Willem Dafoe, Frances McDormand, Michael Rooker, and more. Who's it directed by? It was directed by Alan Parker. I actually think I know that name. I don't know anything.
Recommend the movie, 100%.
Oh yes, recommend. Okay, cool.
100%. Absolutely.
Maybe check it. What does it act like? Oh, it won Oscars. It won Best Cinematography.
Mm-hmm.
It was nominated for Best Picture. It was nominated. Gene Hackman got nominated for Best Actor in a Leading Role. Frances McDormand, Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Alan Parker, Best Director. Best Sound. Best Film Editing. Damn.
But definitely top 5, one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, it got a complete Golden Globe snub, though.
Yeah.
It won one Oscar, but it got snubbed.